on which the Modi government lost any amendment bill inside the House. But of course, the bill did not go to the Rajya Sabha. Otherwise, you would have seen a different picture. What we are seeing today, that would have happened on that day itself. If the voting had taken place inside the Rajya Sabha, all these 7 MPs would have defected in favor of the BJP. But apart from the fact, despite that fact, around 10 to 11 MPs, they did not participate in the voting. They were from the opposition camp. So, of course, there were some cause of concern for the opposition parties as far as the voting on this bill was concerned. And as I was mentioning earlier, Padmaja, that the government has not given up hope on this
Yes.
constitutional amendment bill. In fact, top leadership indicated to us that in the coming monsoon session, they will try to push this bill once again. And with these 7 MPs coming and joining the NDA, it is going to be a big opportunity for the BJP to push and go ahead with all such crucial bills in the upper house.
Absolutely. Well, if the Prime Minister himself was on national TV saying that this is not the end, it is the beginning, we can all but be assured that this is going to come up in the next session as well. Aishwarya Jain also live with us. I will come to Ashwini in just a second, but before that, Aishwarya, a quick update. The joining has happened. What happens after this?
It is all of these MPs which are still at the room of in the room of BJP President Nitin Nabeen here at the BJP headquarters. The meeting is still underway over here, and it is just these 3 MPs who did a press conference, announced on the behalf of those 7 MPs, the 2/3 of the Aam Admi Party in Rajya Sabha, and certainly these 3 MPs have already only arrived. But the confirmation that was given by Raghav Chadha that all of these 7 MPs signed that document and had sent it to the Rajya Sabha chairperson, that certainly means that Aam Admi Party is broken now. On the other side, it is after this particular meeting with Nitin Nabeen, what we have been told that in the upcoming days, these MPs can also meet the senior leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And certainly because they all hail from the state of Punjab, it is, the Bharatiya Janata Party Punjab unit will also be meeting them as to, chalking out the strategy as to how they can corner the Punjab government over there with different issues pertaining to the state of Punjab and how to raise them up, how to get the inside information, and how to corner Bhagwant Mann government over there. Tarun Chugh was seen alongside with the Aam Admi Party MPs when they arrive over here at the BJP headquarters. So certainly.
All right, we seem to have lost the line there with Aishwarya. While we try and fix that, Ashwini, very quickly, of course, the example of Ashok Mittal was given. They said that he has faced searches, there are cases against him. What about the others? What possible, incentive could they have? Are you hearing about any posts that they have been promised in the BJP, any kind of reward for changing parties?
As I was earlier mentioning, Padmaja, right now in the Aam Admi Party office, as you can see, this after this announcement made by the Raghav Chadha and other MPs, no members, no big political leaders, no big leaders of Aam Admi Party is in the party. It means that they know that this will happen, and it is happened today. One more important point is, as you said, that Rajendra Gupta, we are not talking about Rajendra Gupta. Rajendra Gupta was made MP just 6 months ago, and he was a founder. He's a businessman, and he's the owner of Trident Group, and he has a worth of more than 5,000 crores. And he became an MP after Sanjeev Arora became a minister in Punjab government. So Rajan Gupta is after becoming a member of parliament, he didn't even came to visit to Aam Admi Party office, or he didn't even meet to Arvind Kejriwal. Other MPs, I don't think, and I don't have any information about is there any post offered by the BJP or not, because earlier also they don't have any post holder in Aam Admi Party. Also, they are just a Rajya Sabha MP. One most important thing that I want to mention here, constitutionally, the merger can't be happen. The merger can be happen with a party, not a group. So here, Raghav Chadha and other MPs are a group of members. They are not the actual party. So constitutionally, if they are merging Aam Admi Party with another party, they have to show their strength that they are the actual Aam Admi Party, and they have to give a proof. Otherwise, this will happen. This will lead to two important things. One, the case of disqualification before the Rajya Sabha chairman, or second, the illegal merger before the court, or maybe Aam Admi Party can go to court saying that this is the illegal merger, or they can file a case against Rajya Sabha chairman, because a merger can't be happen with a group of people. It can be happen with the party, because in recently in Shivsena case, the constitutional body of Supreme Court has made it very clear that
Okay.
original political party has to merge with another party, not just the parliamentary party of the group. So we have to wait and watch what will happen here in this case.
Very interesting point raised there by Ashwini. What are you hearing, Akhileshji? Any possibility of, earlier there was a suggestion that perhaps Raghav Chadha could be made minister?
Well, it will all depend on what Aam Admi Party leadership decides. As Ashwin is pointing out correctly, that in the case of Shiv Sena, the split, that case had gone to the Supreme Court, and there are some important observations and verdict given by the Supreme Court. So Aam Admi Party has to decide in which direction it wants to go, but politically, it's a big jolt, a big setback for the Aam Admi Party. There's no doubt about it. And as far as the anti-defection law is concerned, it says very clearly that two-thirds of the MPs or the MLAs can split away from the main party, from the parliamentary party, which is a clearly different definition from the party as such, and they can form their own group, and then this group can merge to another party. This is what the anti-defection law says. It's very clear. And as far as the offering of positions is concerned, I am not sure whether they've been offered some positions or not, because in the BJP it takes a lot of time to get compensated. We have seen that how Jyotiraditya Scindia, when he defected in Madhya Pradesh, along with his MLAs, he had to wait for more than 10 months to get a cabinet berth at the center. And similarly, the Praful Patil is
RPN
still
Singh?
waiting to get cabinet berth at the center. So I don't know whether Raghav Chadha will be getting a cabinet berth immediately or not. But a cabinet expansion is certainly due. Maybe next month it is going to happen, and this is going to be a big exercise, especially keeping in the mind the upcoming assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Gujarat, and Punjab. So we have to wait and see what kind of promises have been made to Raghav Chadha and whether they are fulfilled or not.
I think there is going to be some kind of briefing, because the conference room in the BJP headquarters, there are chairs which have been set up there. So I think perhaps these leaders, after their joining, are likely to address a fresh press conference, this time not from their own platform, but this time officially from that BJP platform with the symbol in front of them. It's also important because you spoke of the organizational responsibility, Ashwini. You've got people who will know who your karyakartas are, who your funders are, what the networks are, and that is the real wealth of knowledge more than anything else. Yes, of course, it's a blow to the Aam Admi Party. It's being done at this time. It's being done before elections. But there's also a lot of information critical to the working of an organization that at least two of these men will bring with them.
Exactly, Padmaja, you're right. The most important and the most important person here is Raghav Chadha, because he worked for the Aam Admi Party as a chartered accountant, and he knows how the party funding and everything he knows. And that is why, remember last week when ED has raided against Ashok Mittal, resident Aam Admi Party, has alleged that it is Raghav Chadha's tip to ED, and that is why ED has acted against Ashok Mittal. So they know that Raghu Chadha is very deeply intact with the Aam Admi Party from very many years, and he knows how party function, especially in terms of funding and every other thing. That is why party is very more conscious. And also, if you see, party has not said anything against Raghav Chadha from more than a year. Just we can say like 2 weeks ago, when Raghav Chadha was removed from the Aam Admi Party deputy leader, then only Aam Admi Party has made a statement against Raghav Chadha, and before that there is no statement given by the Aam Admi Party. So they know how much important Raghav Chadha for them. One more important thing I was wanted to tell you. A few months ago, I was meeting some top leader of Aam Admi Party, and I was asked why there was no involvement from Raghav Chadha and other leaders in party's day-to-day activities, and still are they in touch with them? Are you in touch with Raghav Chadha and others? They said they are in the group. It means that Raghav Chadha was a member of PSC, that is the highest body, highest decision-making body, and Sandeep Pathak is also a member of PSC. They were still in a PSC group, and still they are not in touch with party top leadership. It means that party knows that they will change, they will go, because that is why they are aware about these things, and that is why they have not removed them from the party group, but they are still in the party group. So now we have to see that if they are removed or not, because from uh, last I discussion with party leaders. They have said that they are in the group. Raghav Chadha, especially in terms of Raghav Chadha, they are
Let's just
still in
hope
the
उनको
group.
कम से
And
कम
there are
WhatsApp ग्रुप
other.
से हटा दिया होगा. पता चला PSC के WhatsApp ग्रुप में अभी भी वो बैठ के सारे मैसेजेस पढ़ रहे होंगे. Reacting to that, joining the BJP. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. You know, ending on a lighter note, but that being said, very, very big development whose importance cannot be underscored enough. We are talking about it in the middle of an election cycle where in 10 days from now, we are going to hear the results for 4 states and Puducherry, who have already polled. The final phase for polling, the second phase for polling for West Bengal is yet to happen. And then this happens in a state that is going to go into elections in 6-7 months from now. Ashwini Singh, Akhilesh Sharma, Aishwarya Jain, thanks very much for having joined us. Taking a very quick break.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
India's unshakable news habit. NDTV.com is India's #1 English news website.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा.
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
टीएमसी जावे बीजेपी आसपे.
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে.
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network. The front lines of Kargil, the fury of Operation Sindoor,
so many attacks,
the chaos and cries of disaster zones, to fighter jet cockpits, and the world's most defining interviews.
it's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country,
Hard questions.
in the Ukraine,
30 years of trust.
in the Kargil area, North Ukraine, in France, in Italy, at Srinagar, and Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV. One teacher, a million destinies. NV Sir, live at NDTV Yuva.
On NDTV today, we're joined by Ambassador Denis Alipov, the Russian ambassador to India. The India-Russia relationship is one that is seen to have been able to sustain through a lot of turbulence.
The relations between our countries have been very consistent. They're comprehensive in nature. And the contacts between the leaders have been regular.
The way the war was projected when it began was that it was going to be a very quick war.
Impact of the Gulf War has been global. The Gulf countries have become disillusioned.
But as things stand right now, the Strait of Hormuz and the nuclear issues,
Both the Russian government and the Indian government stand for stability, for dialogue, and for peace in the world.
आजकल खबरों के नाम पर कहानियां फॉरवर्ड हो जाती,
राय एडिट हो जाती है, सच भी जनरेट हो जाता है,
लेकिन खबरों की खबर रखना ये हमारा उसूल है,
जो हमें बनाता है
भारत।
Hello and welcome. You're watching Nationwide at 6 with me, Raisha Sehgal. Our top focus continues to be Raghav Chadha and 6 other Rajya Sabha AAP MPs who've now merged with the BJP. We'll take you through that, but first a quick check. Starting off with our top story right now. Raghav Chadha has quit the Aam Admi Party and has now joined BJP. 6 other AAP Rajya Sabha MPs also quit party. Prime Minister Modi kicks off the Bengal Phase 2 campaign from Dum Dum, where he campaigned for RJ Kaur victims' mother, blaming TMC for making women feel unsafe. Prime Minister Modi vowed to ensure safety for women. Major setback to Congress leader Pawan Khera. Guwahati High Court has rejected requests for an anticipatory bail in a criminal case filed over his remarks on Assam Chief Minister Himanta's wife. Peace talks in limbo. Iran's foreign minister dials Asim Munir. Abbas Araghchi speaks to Pakistan Army chief as suspense continues over peace talks between the US and Iran. Starting off with some breaking news right now. Swati Maliwal has followed Raghav Chadha and she is now out of the Aam Admi Party. She's one of the 7 MPs who have resigned, have stepped down from the Aam Admi Party. Maliwal said, and I'm quoting her here, corruption rampant in Aam Admi Party. She also spoke about how in 2006 I left my job to embark on the path of national service, from the RTI movement and the Anna movement to the formation of the Aam Admi Party, and my 8 years of dedicated service at the Delhi Commission for Women. I contributed with absolute honesty and devotion at every stage. It is with deep regret that I must state today that AAP chief Arvind Kejriwal, and at his behest, the entire Aam Admi Party has strayed far from the very principles and values. And that's the big statement from Swati Maliwal, who along with Raghav Chadha has also quit the Aam Admi Party and is all set to now merge with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Remember, Swati Maliwal had already showed her dissent against the Aam Admi Party, and now she has followed Raghav Chadha in quitting the Aam Admi Party and has further said that she dedicated her life to Aam Admi Party, but Aam Admi Party is clearly strayed away from principles. Let's go across to my colleague Aishwarya for more on this. Aishwarya, with Raghav Chadha, there's also 7 other AAP MPs who've left the Aam Admi Party. This big statement coming out of Swati Maliwal. We of course know that Swati Maliwal had distanced herself from the Aam Admi Party a few months ago. But at this point of time, again, the same statement which was even given by Raghav Chadha says that there's rampant corruption in the Aam Admi Party, and the party is not like how it was when she joined. Aishwarya.
Well, certainly among the 7 Rajya Sabha MPs of the Aam Admi Party, few were the founder members of the Aam Admi Party, including Raghav Chadha, Swati Maliwal. It is these people who have worked very hard to establish this party in different states of the country. And now at the BJP headquarters where I am, it is the BJP National President Mr. Nitin Nabin, who have met these 3 MPs, Ashok Mittal, Mr. Sandeep Pathak and Mr. Raghav Chadha, who has clearly did that press conference and stated that it is the 2/3 of the Aam Admi Party which is going to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. Certainly, it's a big move, it's a big jolt for the Aam Admi Party in the state of Punjab and also nationally as well, because now what we are hearing is that the Bharatiya Janata Party has a long road ahead in the state of Punjab. It is the Punjab unit of the Bharatiya Janata Party who will be in close touch with these Aam Admi Party Rajya Sabha MPs from the state of Punjab to corner the Bhagwant Mann government. The kind of corruption allegations that the Bharatiya Janata Party have levelled on the Bhagwant Mann government over there, these MPs will certainly build a road for the Bharatiya Janata Party over there as well. And it is from Raghav Chadha, who is very close to the Aam Admi Party Supremo, Sandeep Pathak, one again the closest to the Aam Admi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia, Harbhajan Singh, who was given an Rajya Sabha seat, Vikram Singh Sahane, Mr. Ashok Mittal, who was just few months back after removing Raghav Chadha from the deputy leader post of the Rajya Sabha for the Aam Admi Party, being appointed, Ashok Mittal appointed as the deputy leader. All of these were very close to the Aam Admi Party leadership, and now certainly in a few minutes from now at the BJP headquarters, these MPs after meeting Nitin Nabeen will be giving a sound bite as well. A media interaction is expected.
Right. Ashwini, stay with us. I'm also being joined by Ashwini. Ashwini, of course, we heard that statement from Swati Mali while Raghav Chadha came out and said that the Aam Admi Party is not like how it was before. But talk to us about how we are, of course, waiting for that presser from Raghav Chadha. But how big of a jolt is this for the Aam Admi Party? 7 Rajya Sabha MPs joining the BJP, and most of them from the state of Punjab. All this at a time when, of course, we are also looking at the assembly election in the state of Punjab.
It is a big jolt for Aam Admi Party because there are 7 MPs, Rajya Sabha MPs joining BJP, and also it is a 2/3 majority of Rajya Sabha MPs of Aam Admi Party, and that is why anti-defection law will not apply to all these MPs. And also based on the based on the MP members, your time was allocated in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So accordingly now.
All right, we've lost Ashwini there. Ashwini, I want to come across to you while we're speaking about the statements coming out of Raghav Chadha and even Swati Maliwal. We have Harbhajan Singh also joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. But how big of a jolt is this for the Aam Admi Party? What kind of a messaging will this send across to the mid-level cadres there of the Aam Admi Party? Because on one hand, they selected, if I may, the outsiders of the Aam Admi Party to the Rajya Sabha seat, and now 7 of them quitting and joining the BJP.
Well, certainly, and Sanjay Singh, the leader of the Aam Admi Party in Rajya Sabha, clearly stated that it's a betrayal to the people of Punjab. These 7 MPs asked vote for the Aam Admi Party, and it is these MPs who clearly had betrayed the Aam Admi Party in the state of Punjab as well. Bhagwant Mann also stating the same. These are the MPs who have established this party, the state units in the state of Punjab, Gujarat and many other places. And certainly at this point in time, when there were differences that were seen with the Aam Admi Party top leadership, they had decided after 6 or 7 months and after several rounds of meetings that the sources clearly indicating to us with the Bharatiya Janata Party unit that it is these MPs who will be soon be given opportunity at a higher level in the Bharatiya Janata Party in the near future as well. The road is very long, as I said, for the BJP in the state of Punjab, but with the inclusion of these 7 MPs, certainly the momentum will shift towards the Bharatiya Janata Party. There will be, cases which will be increasing, as the Aam Admi Party on the other side clearly countering it, saying that this is Operation Lotus. And we have seen just few days back the ED raids being conducted at Ashok Mittal's residence, and therefore the reason perhaps under pressure these MPs have joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they have clearly betrayed the people of Punjab over there.
Right, Aishwarya, stay with us. Joining us live from outside the BJP headquarters, waiting for that presser from Raghav Chadha. But stay with us. Let's tell our viewers all that has happened today. It's, of course, a big political shift. Raghav Chadha, the once rising star of the Aam Admi Party, formally quit the party along with at least 6 other Rajya Sabha MPs and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party in presence of the party chief Nitin Nabin. Addressing a joint press conference alongside key figures like Sandeep Kumar Pathak and even Ashok Mittal, Chadha described himself as the right man in the wrong party, further accusing Aam Admi Party of silencing dissenting voices, compromising on core principles and descending into corruption and internal authoritarianism under Arvind Kejriwal's leadership. While Raghav claimed that nearly 2/3 of AAP's Rajya Sabha members were invoking constitutional provisions to facilitate the merger, signalling a major erosion of AAP's upper house strength, particularly its Punjab contingent. Sanjay Singh from the Aam Admi Party hit out at the rebels, saying that BJP has been successful in their attempt of Operation Lotus in the state of Punjab.
पिछले 12 सालों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्र की सरकार, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो सरकार चल रही है, उसने कई मजबूत ऐसे फैसले लिए जो आज से पहले नेता फैसले लेने से शायद डरते थे। चाहे वो आतंकवाद की जड़ें उखाड़कर फेंकना हो या भारत को विश्व की टॉप इकोनॉमीज में लाना हो। और इस नेतृत्व पे जनता ने एक बार नहीं, 2 बार नहीं, 3 बार मोहर लगाई है। हम सब अपने आप को सौभाग्यशाली महसूस कर रहे हैं कि हम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की लीडरशिप में और गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी की संकल्प शक्ति के साथ जुड़कर बिना रुके और बिना थके देश के लिए काम करेंगे। और जिन लोगों के मन में थोड़ी पीड़ा थी, दुख था कि मैं बतौर एक सांसद जो ऑर्डिनरी सिटीजन्स के ऑर्डिनरी इश्यूज को पार्लियामेंट में उठा रहा था, मैं शायद नहीं उठा पाऊंगा क्योंकि मेरी अपनी पार्टी ने मेरी आवाज बंद कर दी थी। मैं उन्हें भी कहना चाहता हूं कि आप चिंता मत करिए, मैं उसी कमिटमेंट, उसी जोश और उसी एनर्जी के साथ आपके तमाम मुद्दे उठाता रहूंगा। जिस आम आदमी पार्टी को मैंने अपने खून और पसीने से सींचा और अपनी जवानी के 15 साल दिए, वो आम आदमी पार्टी आज पूरी तरीके से अपने सिद्धांतों से, अपने मूल्यों से, अपने कोर मॉरल और वैल्यूज से भटक चुकी है। और अब ये पार्टी देश के लिए नहीं, देश के हित के लिए नहीं, बल्कि अपने पर्सनल फायदे के लिए काम कर रही है। आप में से कई लोग पिछले कुछ सालों से मुझे ये कह भी रहे थे और मैं पर्सनली पिछले कुछ सालों से ये महसूस कर रहा था दैट आई एम द राइट मैन इन द रॉन्ग पार्टी। आई रिपीट, आई एम द राइट मैन इन द रॉन्ग पार्टी। इसलिए आज हम ये अनाउंस करते हैं, मैं ये अनाउंस करता हूं कि मैं आम आदमी पार्टी से दूर जा रहा हूं और जनता के पास जा रहा हूं। हमने ये डिसाइड किया दैट वी द 2/3 members of parliament of the belonging to the Aam Admi Party in Rajya Sabha exercise the provisions of the Constitution of India and merge ourselves with the BJP। हम बीजेपी में विलय करते हैं।
आम आदमी पार्टी के राज्यसभा के 7 सांसद तोड़कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी में शामिल किया। ये 7 नाम पंजाब की जनता को याद रखना चाहिए। ये 7 नाम पंजाब के साथ गद्दारी करने वाले जो ये लोग हैं, पंजाब के लोग इनको कभी माफ नहीं करेंगे। पंजाब की जनता इनको कभी माफ नहीं करेगी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी नरेंद्र मोदी और अमित शाह का ऑपरेशन लोटस, घटिया राजनीति का खेल और पंजाब के भगवंत मान सरकार के अच्छे कामों को रोकने का षड्यंत्र बड़े पैमाने पर शुरू हो गया है।
पार्टी वड्डी हुंदी है, संगठन वड्डा हुंदा, व्यक्ति वड्डा नहीं हुंदा। ये 6-7 जाने जिहड़े गए ने, ये पंजाब नहीं हैगे, ये गदार ने, पंजाबियां दे गदार ने। बैठिया बिठाया नूं गद्दियां मिल गई, वोटां तां मंगणियां नहीं पईयां जी, ना किसी मूहरे हत्थ जोड़ने पे, ना गलियां जाके लोकां दे मुद्दियां दी गल करनी पई। बस बनी बनाई एक सीट मिल गई, चलो जी उत्थे राज सभा च, उत्थे जाके तिकड़मबाजियां करन लग गए, यार मैनू लै लो, मैनू लै लो। ਇਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਾਨ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਹੋਣਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਕੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਾ ਰੰਗ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਬਸ।
What was also embarrassing was that after Raghav Chadha was asked to step down, it was Ashok Mittal who was also given the position, but he has also now stepped down. So let's tell you more about the curious case of Ashok Mittal. He's the founder of LPU, famously known as a lovely professional university. Then, like I mentioned, on April 2nd, he replaced Raghav Chadha as the AAP Rajya Sabha deputy leader. But on April 16th, ED raided his house. Also, there were massive ED raids on his properties. And on April 24th, he quit the Aam Admi Party, that's today, and he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party with Raghav Chadha as well. So this is perhaps the curious, but also extremely embarrassing for the Aam Admi Party at this point of time, because on one hand, Ashok Mittal was given that seat, and he also left and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. I want to go across to my colleague Aishwarya Jain, who's joining me live from outside the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters there. Aishwarya, we of course are showing the visuals of Nitin Nabin inducting all the ex-AAP leaders, MPs there. But what are you gauging? You're joining me from outside the BJP headquarters. In how long are we anticipating that press from Raghav Chadha? And tell us more about that.
Well, just a few moments from now, it will be these three Aam Admi Party Rajya Sabha MPs will be leaving here from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters after meeting Bharatiya Janata Party President Nitin Nabin. And it is, remember, this Aam Admi Party MP Raghav Chadha who mentioned that he had three options in front of him. One, to quit the politics. Number two, to be in the party. Or number three, to join other parties. Certainly, he stated that these MPs who hails from the Aam Admi Party wanted to do something better for the country, and before they joined the politics, they entered into the Aam Admi Party because they wanted to change things. Perhaps the traditional politics that Bharatiya Janata Party or Congress or other parties used to do, they do not feel that they are going in the same direction. Therefore, Aam Admi Party was one of the choices when they joined the Aam Admi Party. But certainly, the allegations now Raghav Chadha is levelling against the top leadership of Aam Admi Party is that it is the wrong party. Certainly, it is the corrupt party, and there are many corruption cases that had been invoked in the recent past against the Aam Admi Party leadership. What he also mentioned is that he is the right person, but in the wrong party is something that Raghav Chadha clearly mentioned. And all of these 7 MPs now coming out on and stating on the social media platform X that it is the ideology that the Aam Admi Party was established, they moved away from that particular direction. Therefore, the reason several, in the past occasions, they tried to reach out to the leadership, they tried to convey the messages, but it did not happen. And certainly after 6 or 7 months of deliberation, they come to a conclusion. And after speaking to different MPs as well, it is the 2/3 of the majority, that means 7 members of the Aam Admi Party amongst 10 decided that they will be quitting the Aam Admi Party and will be merging with the BJP. This is the only option left with them, because they wanted to continue to be in the politics to make the nation stronger. Let me again show you these visuals from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters over here, where all of these 3 MPs, Sandeep Pathak, Mr. Ashok Mittal and Raghav Chadha, came a short while back, and we saw those visuals sitting alongside with the Bharatiya Janata Party President Nitin Nabin. They'll be leaving very soon from here. And as I mentioned, that it's a long roadmap for the Bharatiya Janata Party unit of Punjab to corner the Bhagwant Mann government 1.5 years ahead for the elections in the state of Punjab. And therefore, the reason perhaps, they will be deciding as how to go ahead with this strategy to make Bharatiya Janata Party come in the power in the state of Punjab, and how to corner the Bhagwant Mann government. But certainly a big jolt for the Aam Admi Party and a big win for the BJP.
Absolutely, Ashwarya. Like you said, that Raghav Chadha said, I'm the right man in the wrong party. But thanks for getting us the latest from outside the BJP headquarters. Let's also listen in to some other reactions that are coming in on this break-up impact at this point of time. 3 ex-AAP MPs now with the Bharatiya Janata Party.
मैं तो ये कहना चाहता हूं कि आम आदमी पार्टी सुचेत रहे। ऐसा ना हो कि आपके 50 विधायक एक दिन में ही बदल जाएं। ये तो सांसद गए। जब पार्टी इस तरीके के फैसले लेगी, कोई मापदंड नहीं होगा जब उनको राज्यसभा बनाया गया, तो फिर ऐसा तो होना ही था, ऐसा तो संभव था ही, क्योंकि जब विचारधारा नहीं है, आप लोग पैसा देखकर, बड़ी इंडस्ट्री वाला देखकर, बड़ा कारोबारी देखकर आप लोग जब राज्यसभा मेंबर बनाओगे और उनसे कई तरीके की मदद लोगे, तो ऐसा तो संभव है, ये होना ही था।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का चेहरा पूरी तरह से बेनकाब हो गया। जनता ने देख लिया कि पंजाब के आम आदमी पार्टी के अच्छे कामों से घबरा करके भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ये रास्ता चुना है, जिससे इन सांसदों का चरित्र भी साफ हो गया जनता के सामने, और साथ साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की असलियत भी खुल के सामने आ गई कि ये लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से जीतने की ताकत नहीं रखते। इसलिए आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ ये षड्यंत्र किया गया है। पंजाब की जनता इसका जवाब देगी। ये स्पष्ट है कि राघव चड्ढा जी और बाकी सब लोगों ने मिल करके पंजाब के लोगों से गद्दारी की है। पंजाब के लोग ही उनको इस गद्दारी की सजा देंगे।
आप बार बार इसे ऑपरेशन लोटस का नाम देते हैं, ऐसा क्यों है? क्योंकि ये तो पहले से होता आ रहा है, बहुत सारे आपके ऐसे नेता थे जो चले गए बीजेपी में, ऑपरेशन लोटस का नाम देने का।
जैसे किसी का नाम लेके दो चार का बताएंगे, आज वो कहाँ हैं? जो लोग चले गए आज वो कहाँ हैं? तो लोगों ने उनको जवाब दिया, अपने तरीके से जवाब दिया। आज ये छोड़ के गए हैं तो इनको भी पंजाब की जनता जवाब देगी। इनको भी कुछ दिन में समझ में आएगा कि तुम्हें जो कुछ भी बनाया वो आम आदमी पार्टी और अरविंद केजरीवाल ने बनाया। इससे स्पष्ट पता चलता है कि पंजाब के लोगों को जो अच्छा काम आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार ने किया, बीजेपी को ये समझ आ गया कि इनको लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से हराया नहीं जा सकता।
सवाल, अब आम आदमी पार्टी क्या एक्शन लेगी?
देखिए, हम अच्छा काम कर रहे थे, हम अच्छा काम करना जारी रखेंगे।
Well, it's a big setback for the Aam Admi Party, with Raghav Chadha himself doing the press conference and saying that with him there are 6 other, in fact, MPs who have resigned from the Aam Admi Party. To talk more on that, we are being joined with the Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva ji. Sir, आज एक बहुत बड़ा झटका पड़ा है आम आदमी पार्टी को। राघव चड्ढा के साथ साथ जो है 6 और एमपी जो है वो चले गए। पहली प्रतिक्रिया आपकी क्या है?
राघव चड्ढा के इस निर्णय का मैं स्वागत करता हूं, लेकिन जिसे आप बड़ा झटका कह रहे हैं उससे बड़े के लिए तैयार रहिए, क्योंकि पंजाब में आम आदमी पार्टी का विनाश तय है। जिस तरह से दिल्ली को लूटने का इन्होंने षड्यंत्र रचाया था, उसी तरह से पंजाब में कर रहे हैं। और पंजाब की जनता और पंजाब के नेता भी इस बात को समझ रहे हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल की पार्टी में सिर्फ व्यक्ति की पूजा चलती है। एक ही व्यक्ति के जूते भी चाटने, एक ही व्यक्ति के हाथ से जो आपको मिलेगा उसके रहमो करम पर रहना है। और जो आदमी थोड़ा सा भी समझदार होगा, जो आदमी पढ़ा लिखा होगा, जो देश या समाज के लिए कुछ करना चाहेगा, वो आम आदमी पार्टी में नहीं रह सकता।
आम आदमी पार्टी तो ये कह रही है कि ये तो बीजेपी एजेंसीज के माध्यम से ही डरा धमका के जो है आम आदमी पार्टी के एमपीज को भी अपने तरफ ले रही है। इस पे
मुझे बताइए, हरभजन सिंह को एजेंसी से क्या डर है? संदीप पाठक को क्या डर है? या राघव चड्ढा को खुद को क्या डर है? लेकिन आम आदमी पार्टी को कुछ तो फेस सेविंग करनी है। लेकिन मैं जो आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ, राघव चड्ढा या बाकी लोगों की बात जो हम सुन रहे हैं, ये शुरुआत भर है। पंजाब में इससे बड़ी टूट होगी।
So in fact, this was Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva speaking to us on NDTV.
आज आपने देखा होगा कि राज्यसभा के आम आदमी पार्टी के 2/3 एमपीज जो हैं वो आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़कर जा रहे हैं। ये वो क्षण है जब आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता आदरणीय केजरीवाल जी, आम आदमी पार्टी के दिल्ली के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष सौरभ भारद्वाज जी और आम आदमी पार्टी के बाकी नेतृत्व को शायद आत्मचिंतन करने की आवश्यकता है, क्योंकि जब उस संगठन का संगठन महामंत्री भी रुष्ट होकर और निराश होकर वहां से उसको छोड़कर जा रहा है, तो ये स्पष्ट हो गया है कि वो संगठन जर्जरा के भुरभुरा कर बिखर रहा है। ये क्षण उनके आत्मचिंतन का क्षण होना चाहिए। उन्हें एक बार अपने गरेबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए।
देखिए, इसमें हमको कुछ नहीं कहना है। कुछ लोग कॉम्प्रोमाइज करते हैं, जो डरते हैं वो भाजपा में जाते हैं। भाजपा का 2 ही तरीके हैं, तो डराओ, तो डरने वाला उसको लो। यही है, या तो लालच दो, तो किसी लालच या डर के कारण गए होंगे।
On that note, we slip into a very short break, but come right back. News and updates continues here on NDTV 24/7.
from the heart of a hot and humid Kolkata, in the midst of a frenzied West Bengal election.
It's been another fascinating journey of India, my 34th election trip that I have done of this great country. And as always, to cap this trip, I have to speak to Raghav Chadha.
Look forward to it. Watch Walk the Talk only on NDTV.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
शिक्षा और अनुसंधान।
आजकल खबरों के नाम पर कहानियां फॉरवर्ड हो जाती,
राय एडिट हो जाती है, सच भी जनरेट हो जाता है,
लेकिन खबरों की खबर रखना ये हमारा उसूल है,
जो हमें बनाता है
भारत का विश्वास। Real was always her rebellion. Sanya Malhotra, live at NDTV Yuva.
This is not just another election, this is war. And we are reporting live from the heart of the Battle of Bengal. A state where history is made and unmade every time it votes. As political temperatures soar, catch every twist and turn of the battle for Bengal with me, Rahul Kamal, only on NDTV, the OG of Indian election reportage.
We are in Dimona. Sirens are going on.
Alarm for a missile has flashed sounded on.
बैरूत शहर में यहाँ अभी बमबारी हुई, काफी पैनिक है। जैसे आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ एम्बुलेंसेस जा रहे हैं, देख लीजिए।
We are in a neighborhood here in Tel Aviv and rushing into a shelter. This is immediately after the strikes.
Currently, we are present at the Persian Gulf, and if we keep on moving towards the eastern coast, we will be reaching towards the Strait of Hormuz.
See all these apartment buildings which have been damaged.
This place called Jinnah was targeted during the night.
Nazir Masoodi, Aditya Rajkol,
This is Teji Purandare.
Ankit Tyagi, NDTV.
From the heart of West Bengal, I will bring you the pulse, the mood and the stories shaping this crucial election. Join me, Gargi Nandi Roy, on NDTV 24/7.
Prime Minister Modi, President Trump have had an opportunity of speaking to each other.
The President keeps the Prime Minister updated regularly. The President gave him an update on what is happening in the Middle East, along with some of the big ticket items that we have happening in Washington between the United States and India.
And you see President Trump coming to India soon?
I will tell you this, that Secretary Rubio will be here next month.
You potentially see India having a role in the peace process?
The United States would welcome their involvement as they have welcomed many other countries.
The battle lines for the Bengal elections have been drawn. The targets have been set. Words have been spoken. The narrative has been set. Alliances have been forged. The race to the top has begun. One network brings you all the action to the finish line. Battleground Bengal on the NDTV network.
सवाल ये नहीं कि खबर क्या है,
सवाल ये है कि किस पर भरोसा है।
फर्क होता है खबर में और उसकी कहानी में।
हम कहानियां नहीं, सच दिखाते हैं,
और वो हमें बनाता है
भारत का विश्वास।
Elections are a game of strategy. I will break down the moves, the math, and the momentum that decides who wins and who loses. I am Satish K. Singh.
Tamil Nadu votes.
Welcome back. You're watching Nationwide at 6 with me, Raisha Saigal. Shifting our focus to battleground Bengal. BJP's Bengal campaign for phase 2 of the polls has hit top gear, and the focus in this round will be on the women vote. The Prime Minister kicked off his campaign in Dam this afternoon, where he campaigned for RJ Kaur victims' mother. Ratna Debnath is BJP contestant from Panihati, and while campaigning for her, the Prime Minister made a pitch for women's safety. Prime Minister accused the TMC of failure, leading to the rape and murder of the contestant's daughter at RJ Kaur Hospital. He also blamed TMC Jungle Raj for women feeling unsafe in the state. Take a listen.
आप देखिए, जिस मां ने अपनी बेटी को डॉक्टर बनाया और जिसकी बेटी को टीएमसी के महाजंगल राज ने छीन लिया, बीजेपी ने उस मां को अपना उम्मीदवार बनाया है। बीजेपी ने संदेश खाली की पीड़ित बहनों को भी नेतृत्व का अवसर दिया, लेकिन टीएमसी इन्हीं बहनों को गाली देने में जुटी है। आजादी टीएमसी के भय से, आजादी टीएमसी के भ्रष्टाचार से, आजादी टीएमसी के सिंडिकेट से, आजादी बेटियों पर अत्याचार से, आजादी पलायन की मजबूरी से, आजादी बेरोजगारी और बेकारी से, आजादी घुसपैठियों के कब्जे से। बंगाल का गौरव फिर से लौटाने के लिए, बंगाल को फिर से अवसरों की भूमि बनाने के लिए ये आजादी बहुत जरूरी है।
Well, apart from that, the Prime Minister also referred to the record-setting turnout in Phase 1 polling, declaring that the TMC will not have any place to hide after May 4th verdict day.
लंबे समय से बंगाल में परिवर्तन की जो लहर दिख रही थी, कल पहले चरण के मतदान ने उस पर मोहर लगा दी है। कल बीजेपी के पक्ष में जो समर्थन दिखा है, उसने बीजेपी की विजय का शंखनाद कर दिया है।
Well, as West Bengal braces for the second round of polls, a sharp face-off has erupted between the Home Minister and the West Bengal Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee. The Home Minister praised the voter turnout, saying that the people came out and voted for change. Slamming the Chief Minister, the Home Minister said that the BJP will come to power in Bengal and would end corruption in the state. Speaking on the reduced instances of violence in the elections, the Home Minister assured that the BJP would make West Bengal safe, especially for the women. The West Bengal Chief Minister, on the other hand, Mamata Banerjee, sharpened her attack and said that her resolve remains to destroy the BJP. Threatening the BJP, the Chief Minister said that after West Bengal, the TMC will take over Delhi next.
हमने कल देर रात तक हमारे सभी विधानसभा के कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी बंगाल की टीम ने एक असेसमेंट करा है, जो पोलिंग हुई है ऐसा, इसका और मैं स्पष्ट रूप से आपको बताना चाहता हूं, 152 सीटों में से 110 से ज्यादा सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतने जा रही है। इसका मतलब है कि दूसरे चुनाव चरण को मिलाकर हम प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ बंगाल में शुद्ध रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनाने वाले हैं। नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत के विकास की जो यात्रा चल रही है, उसमें बंगाल के प्रथम चरण के मतदाताओं ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि बंगाल भी उसमें जुड़ने जा रहा है। 16 जिलों की 52 सीटों पर 92.98% मत ये निश्चित रूप से बताता है कि दीदी जाने वाली है और भाजपा आने वाली है। भय जाने वाला है और भरोसा आने वाला है। बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्री जी अफवाह फैला रही हैं कि बंगाल में अगर भाजपा का शासन आया तो बाहरी लोग शासन करेंगे। मैं दीदी को बताना चाहता हूं, दीदी बंगाल का अगला मुख्यमंत्री बंगाल में ही जन्म लेने वाला, बंगाली मीडियम में पढ़ा लिखा और बंगाली बोलने वाला होगा। इतना ही है कि आपका भतीजा नहीं होगा, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता होगा।
All right, we are getting some breaking news at this point of time. This is tracking, of course, the latest updates on the Vedanta boiler blast that claimed 25 lives. Remember, the latest coming in is that the rights body has set in. Now, the BJP MP Kamlesh Jhangre has now written to central ministers regarding the tragic incident at the Vedanta power plant. The BJP MP has now demanded a high-level probe into the incident. The member of parliament further demanded that a committee should be constituted, to look into concerns about the safety and security of laborers at the facility. Remember, this incident occurred after there was a massive blast at the Vedanta power plant in Sakti on April 14th. Let's go across to my colleague Anurag Tiwari for more on this. Anurag, there's been an NHRC notice over workers' death in this blast. At least 25 workers died in that Vedanta boiler blast, Anurag.
Yes, taking serious note of the deadly boiler explosion at a thermal power plant, Vedanta thermal power plant in Sakti district, the National Human Rights Commission has initiated suo motu proceedings into the incident. At that time, because the commission acted on the media reports of April 14th, and at that time, 13 lives were lost, and that incident left 20 others injured. They observed that if the reported facts are true, they point to a grave violation of the human rights of the victims. The blast caused by a boiler tube rupture released extremely hot steam that engulfed workers on duty, and now 25 workers are dead and still two are battling with in different hospitals in Chhattisgarh.
Right, Anurag, thanks for getting us the latest. This is regarding the Vedanta boiler blast, which took place a few days ago, and now there's been an NHRC notice over workers' death in the blast. Remember, at least 25 workers died in that blast. Let's tell you more about this. Now, the Vedanta boiler blast, claimed the lives of 25 people. In the latest, BJP MP now, Kamlesh Jhangre, has now written to central ministers regarding the tragic incident at the Vedanta power plant. The BJP MP has demanded a high-level probe into the incident. The member of parliament further demanded that a committee should be constituted to look into concerns about the safety and security of laborers at the facility. Remember that a massive blast occurred at the Vedanta power plant in Sakti on April 14th. The blast has now triggered several questions, especially with regard to safety protocols and management at such sites, especially of all the laborers and the working class there at this point of time. There's been, of course, a clarion call for justice after that boiler blast, which took place on April 14th. We'll be tracking that very closely. But right now, slipping into a very short break. Come right back. News and updates continues here on Nationwide at 6 with me, Raisha Sen.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
Conventional was never her color. Chitrangada Singh, live on NDTV Yuva.
From the ideological battleground to the real political campaign battlefield, I will break down the politics and the forces shaping this election. Watch me, Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, on NDTV.
Dr. Abdul Majid Hakim Ilahi. He's a representative of Iran's supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei. Your first words on this ceasefire, sir?
They accepted our conditions, but this is unfortunately after losing a lot of life.
Mujtaba Khamenei, how is he?
He's very healthy and his condition is good.
Would Iran be willing to hand over its enriched uranium?
Never. If we wanted to handle out, we were doing it 40 years ago.
For 4 decades, I've had a ringside view of national politics and the political economy. I'll decode the distance between the numbers and the narrative in these elections. Watch me, Shankar Iyer, on NDTV.
YouTube doesn't have a favorite news channel. It has 3. NDTV 24/7, India's #1 English news channel. NDTV India, India's #1 Hindi news channel. NDTV Profit, India's #1 English business news channel. 3 channels, 3 undisputed leaders, 1 unstoppable network. NDTV.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest, but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
Welcome back. You're watching Nationwide at 6 with me, Raisha Sehgal. Shifting our focus to the global lens, the big breaking news coming this point of time is that the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is expected to be in Pakistan tonight. That's the news coming in from the Pakistan government sources who are now confirming the Iran team visit, of course, led by the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Sources further tell us that this is perhaps some kind of decision making to take place between the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Asim Munir after that phone call that they had, and this is perhaps a step forward and some kind of hope for Iran-US round 2.0 talks. Remember, a few days ago, the US President Donald Trump was extremely optimistic when he said that there would be some kind of ceasefire talks with Iran this Friday, but Iran was the one who was backing off. But let's go across to my colleague Aditya Rajkol for more on this. Aditya, a lot of allegations, counter-allegations, but right now it seems like Iran is taking a step forward for diplomacy to end the ongoing war with this visit of the Iranian Foreign Minister to Pakistan. How do you view this?
Well, amidst the stalemate, it is a big positive news coming in that the Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi is visiting Pakistan tonight. He will be, in fact, holding dialogue with the Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir. Apart from that, also with Ishaq Dar, who is the Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, we had Asim Munir visiting, Iran, where Asim Munir and the Interior Minister of Pakistan, Mohsin, had held dialogue with Araghchi. But the second phase of the dialogue between US and Iran could not take place. The Pakistani mediation had completely failed. But now efforts are still underway that the stalemate that continues at the Strait of Hormuz and across the Middle East on the war between US and Iran, there is some kind of a peace agreement that could be arrived at. As of now, there's no consensus that has been achieved, but efforts are on to make it happen. So the Iranian delegation will be visiting Pakistan to hold dialogue with the Pakistani side. And perhaps, possibly in the next few hours or days, we could see next level of the mediation talks also taking place in Islamabad, where the US and the Iranian side could meet. Till now, at the Strait of Hormuz, we've seen a lot of firing, a lot of commotion, and a lot of vessels being attacked as well. And that's what is a cause of concern when it comes to East-West connectivity, because it's not just US, Iran, and a couple of other countries, but a lot of other countries across the region and the world that are suffering their economic turbulence that it indulges in, and the oil transport and the oil connectivity that also continues to suffer.
Right, Aditya, stay with us. We'll come back to the next set of breaking news as well. Let's tell you more about all that is happening as the war seems to be not coming to an end. That's a big statement from the US War Secretary, who's now clearly said that Iran will not have nukes. US further gone on to say that Iran has a chance for a good deal. This is US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's comments as Team Iran heads to Pakistan for a possible round 2.0 talks. US has yet again taunted Iran on the Hormuz blockade. US says no ship will sail without our nod. Of course, we're showing you visuals of how there have been various vessels and ships who've been attacked in the Strait of Hormuz. Take a listen to what Hegseth said.
Operation Epic Fury has delivered a decisive military result in just weeks. Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, as the president has pointed out, all took years, decades, vague missions, shifting sands, little to show for it. Operation Epic Fury has been laser focused from the very start, as I've said to all of you. Clear mission objectives, and ultimately Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. No one sails from the Strait of Hormuz to anywhere in the world without the permission of the United States Navy. To the regime in Tehran, the blockade is tightening by the hour. We are in control, nothing in, nothing out. Iran's battered military, the IRGC specifically, has been reduced to a gang of pirates with a flag. They cloak their aggression in slogans, but the world now sees them for what they are. Criminals on the high seas. They don't control anything. They're acting like pirates, acting like terrorists.
Aditya, you've been patient here waiting with us. I just want to ask you more about this Hegseth's comment as Team Iran heads to Pakistan. Hegseth has again brought the issue of the Hormuz blockade. Your assessment of where the situation is heading to, because US still is adamant that if there is no reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, there will perhaps be no deal with Iran, something that, that even the US president has asserted.
Well, Rahisha, the two bone of contention that remains till now is one on the Strait of Hormuz. Iran wants its dominance in the entire region. It says geographically and historically, Strait of Hormuz is owned by Iran, and no ship can pass through without the knowledge and approval of the Iranian IRGC. On the other hand, America says that this cannot happen. There needs to be a freedom of navigation, and that is the commitment that they want from Iran. On the other hand, on the nuclear, capacity and capability and the enrichment of uranium, Iran has said that there will be no commitments made, but America wants a commitment that there will be no nuclear enrichment for the next 20 years from Iran. So on these both issues, there is a head-on collision or diplomacy that is happening between US and Iran. Of course, now negotiations are happening, back-channel dialogue is underway, but both are taking pot shots at each other. If you see the social media, be it Trump or Pete Hegseth, he's attacking Iran, and the Iranian Foreign Minister Arghachi and the Parliament Speaker Taliban have been attacking US as well. We've seen US Secretary of War calling Iran pirates, and similar statements coming in from Iran where they're calling Americans pirates. So there has to be a headway, and it does seem like the egos have taken the center stage right now between Iran and US, and perhaps better sense prevails in the coming days.
Right, absolutely, Aditya. We'll have to see if actually there'll be any kind of round 2.0 talks between Iran and the US, but thanks for getting us the latest, Aditya. All right, like we told you how the Strait of Hormuz remains tense. It's been blocked for 50 days now, giving a massive blow to economies. Iran has so far attacked 3 ships in the Strait of Hormuz. In a Truth Social post, Trump stated that he has given shoot and kill order to US Navy for any Iranian ship. He has also added that Iran is having a tough time to figure out who is the leader, and there is some kind of an infighting between the hardliners and the moderates in Iran. US, meanwhile, deployed its 3rd aircraft carrier near Iran as tensions deepen. The US's George H.W. Bush strike group has now reached waters near Iran. Meanwhile, Iran has deployed more mines in Strait of Hormuz as tensions escalate. The latest video released by Iran shows Iran's swarm boats seizing another vessel that's in the Strait of Hormuz. We're talking about MSC Francesca that was also fired upon in Iranian waters. Now, the visuals on your screens right now, these dramatic development comes just hours after US President Donald Trump announced an indefinite extension of the ceasefire with Iran.
I hope that, but I also took a little break. I gave them a break. And remember this, I want to make the best deal. I could make a deal right now. Do you know that if I left right now, we had a tremendous success. It would take them 20 years to rebuild, but I don't want to do that. I want to have it everlasting. I want to have it where they never have a chance to get it. I mean, the way you asked that question, yeah, I did say it. I thought it would take 4 to 6 weeks, and I was right, because at the end of 6 weeks, at the end of 4 weeks, their military was decimated.
So are you saying?
But now what I'm doing, I can't tell you that. I don't want to put that kind of a timetable on it, but it'll go pretty quickly, and we'll have the strait opened up. Now, right now, we have it closed. We have total control of the strait.
Well, let's tell you more about how Iran has banked first Hormuz toll. Iran has perhaps gotten its first toll. But before that, this video of... Right, so Iran has now banked first Hormuz toll. Iran gets first Hormuz toll revenue. Apart from that, this is a claim made by the Deputy Parliament Speaker, that's H.H. Barbe. Remember earlier, Iran had clearly said that we would like to economically leverage our stand when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz. Now, as of now, Tehran is charging ships for transit through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, Tehran is charging ships for transit. That's fees linked to cargo type and even volume. Now, if you wonder the rates of the transit of various vessels to Strait of Hormuz, it perhaps varies by load and also by the risk factor there. As of now, there's been no data provided on ships that have paid yet, because these are the claims made by another leader from Iran, the Deputy Speaker of Iran, who is now saying that Iran perhaps has now taken its first toll through the Strait of Hormuz. But let's now tell you how there's been some rhetoric rising from US and Iran. US rather said that we will perhaps attack Iran if there's no ceasefire deal made. So what are United States options? First up, attack, ceasefire talks fail. So US will attack Iran if there's no ceasefire talks. What is the aim here? The aim here is dynamic targeting of Iran's capabilities, but this time around closer to the Strait of Hormuz. The targets, like I mentioned, includes their 3 major targets here: the Strait of Hormuz, Gulf of Oman and Arabian Gulf. We'll be tracking that very closely, but right now, slipping into a very short break. Come right back.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
When others are warming up, I'm raring to go. The stories that matter, the stories that shape your life.
Hello and welcome to watching Prime 5 with me, Raisha Sehgal. What's happening? How to
The show that sets the prime time agenda.
We'll be deep diving into this topic to tell you what's at stake.
Join me, Raisha Sehgal, on Prime 5, only on NDTV 24/7.
What seemed settled
for me, is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig, until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
Well, in the high-stakes waters, the Strait of Hormuz, the US is deploying an unusual force, not just drones or warships, but specially trained dolphins hunting deadly underwater mines. Take a look.
In the world's most dangerous waterway, the hunt for mines isn't just high-tech. It's animal instinct. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow lifeline for global oil, where a single hidden mine can choke the world economy and cost lives. And finding those mines is harder than it sounds. They're silent, buried, and invisible, which is why the US turns to an unexpected ally: specially trained military dolphins. These dolphins detect underwater mines. They reach where machines struggle, swimming faster than divers, more precise than most sensors, accompanying unmanned underwater drones sweep the seabed, mapping threats with sonar. Helicopters scan from above with laser systems, spotting mines near the surface. A full spectrum operation, from instinct to artificial intelligence. The stakes are so high that even one missed mine can stop everything. Not just the ship, but also their insurers behind them. In modern warfare, the battlefield isn't just seen. Sometimes, it swims beneath the surface. With Sabah Hassan, NDTV Bureau Report.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Signature, India's #1 camera phone. Grab Motorola Signature today.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
To understand the Tamil Nadu twist, join me in the midst of our people, language and politics. Vanakkam Tamil Nadu, here we come.
Tamil Nadu elections don't play small. They play big. High stakes, high voltage, high drama. Before the blockbuster unfolds, the OT of election coverage comes to Tamil Nadu to track the elections, spotting the mood and bringing perspectives from every side. Battleground Tamil Nadu on NDTV Network.
The man behind Roaring Lion.
Can you say a word?
Israel's warfighter Prime Minister on NDTV.
I spoke to our great friend, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Spoke to him at length yesterday. Thanked him for his standing with Israel, standing for the truth, and for the enormous friendship of the people of India. They are much admired and loved in Israel. And I won't get into the details of the conversation, but I've spoken to him and I've spoken to many other leaders in the region and beyond. Thank you.
First word since he declared war on Iran.
Just behind me,
Well, the Aam Admi Party is facing probably one of its worst crises. 6 MPs of the party have quit, and these are MPs from the Rajya Sabha. Now they've joined the BJP. They've also accused Aam Admi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal of taking the party on the path of corruption, while the Aam Admi Party has hit back, calling this a betrayal of the people of Punjab by the BJP. We also have important voices on the stunning voter record that has been registered in both Tamil Nadu and West Bengal yesterday. Good evening, everyone. You're watching NDTV. This is the Southern View. Let's first get you the headlines. MP Raghav Chadha quits Aam Admi Party, joins the BJP. 6 other Aam Admi Party Rajya Sabha MPs have also quit the party. Prime Minister Modi kicks off the West Bengal Phase 2 campaign from Dum Dum today, where he campaigned for Arjikar victim's mother, Ratna Devnath, blaming the TMC of making women feel unsafe. The PM has promised safety for all women. Major setback to Congress leader Pawan Kheda. Guwahati High Court has rejected request for anticipatory bail in a criminal case filed over his remarks on Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma's wife. Peace talks in limbo now. Iran's foreign minister has dialed Asim Munir. Abbas Araghchi has spoken to Pakistani army chief. Well, starting with the top political story today, there's a meltdown in the Aam Admi Party. 6 MPs have quit the party and they've said that they are joining the BJP. In fact, they have joined the BJP. The inside story of the operation is, however, only with NDTV. Raghav Chadha, why did he join the BJP? According to sources, this is an operation that began 2 weeks ago when the Aam Admi Party chief, especially Arvind Kejriwal, removed Raghav Chadha from the post of deputy leader of the Rajya Sabha. Although Raghav Chadha has had distanced himself from Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Admi Party for quite some time, following the party's action, Raghav Chadha quickly swung into action. He began contacting other Aam Admi Party MPs. In fact, the one who replaced him as the chief whip, Ashok Mittal, has also joined the BJP today. But according to sources who have spoken to NDTV, Raghav Chadha was initially planning to join the BJP around Diwali, but the plan was later finalized for August to allow enough time to campaign against the Maan government in Punjab. That's what we understand from our sources. My colleague Jainendra, who has broken this story for NDTV, joins us. Jainendra, some exclusive details. Looks like a decision that was in the offing as far as Raghav Chadha is concerned.
Yes, earlier it was planned for Diwali, just before the Punjab Assembly election. But sources close to these MPs have told NDTV that from Diwali it was shifted to August. But just 2 weeks ago, when Aam Admi Party removed Raghav Chadha from the deputy leader post in Rajya Sabha, then Raghav Chadha got active and he thought that now it is time and he should not delay his joining of BJP. And then he started contacting his fellow MPs from the party, and 7 from 10 MPs were on board with him. And then he decided to announce this today morning. He, along with 2 other Aam Admi Party MPs, met Rajya Sabha chairman and submitted a copy with signatures of 7 MPs, 7 Aam Admi Party MPs, declaring them a separate group and requesting them to merge the group in BJP. And after that, he came and met BJP National President Nitin Naveen. Sources are telling that after the when they will get official message from Rajya Sabha Secretariat that their request is accepted of joining BJP in the BJP party in Rajya Sabha, then these MPs will join BJP formally. as 4 MPs from these 7 MPs are outside Delhi. Swati Maliwal is in Northeast.
Right.
Rajendra Gupta is in America due to health reasons. Harbhajan Singh is busy with IPL engagements, and 1 more MP is also not well. So all MPs were also not together. So only 3 MPs were seen together. In coming days, all 7 will come.
Absolutely. In fact, Janendra, Swati Maliwal has also said that she will be coming back tonight. But thank you so much for joining us with those important details. The inside story of what really happened with Raghav Chadha. Remember, like Janendra also reported, 7 MPs are reported to be in touch with the BJP. In fact, many of them have already joined the BJP. Others will also be formally inducted into the party in a few days from now. And the 3 parties, and there are just 3 people who remain within, of course, the Aam Admi Party. One, of course, is Sanjay Singh, and you have Balbir Singh Seechewal and ND Gupta. Apart from that, every Aam Admi Party MP from the Rajya Sabha has joined the BJP today. The Aam Admi Party is staring at probably its deepest crisis yet, with Raghav Chadha and 6 MPs breaking away to merge with the BJP, and this comes just months before Punjab's crucial election and also Gujarat election. Remember, this was one state where the Aam Admi Party managed to dislodge the Congress party as the main opposition party in several ways. In fact, in several seats, it came second in Gujarat, and in Punjab, it actually managed to form the government. It's fighting a bit difficult battle now to retain that. And in Punjab is where the party is hoping to come back. But alongside Raghav Chadha today, also Ashok Mittal and Sandeep Pathak were present. And this also signaled a coordinated defection. Aam Admi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal has responded to this. He has accused the BJP of betraying Punjabis, while party MP Sanjay Singh has blasted Raghav Chadha for ending up in the BJP's lap. In fact, Raghav Chadha has said that he was the right man in the wrong party. Now, the BJP strengthens its Rajya Sabha numbers and gains a prominent Punjab team ahead of state elections. But also remember that the anti-defection law, which is important here, which disqualifies legislators if they switch parties or defy party whip, cannot be applied. At least 2/3 of the legislators agree to the merger. So that's a complication here. But also, how legally tenable is this is one big question. But politically, this is symbolic. This comes just months after months of tension between Raghav Chadha and Aam Admi Party leaders, including his removal recently as a deputy leader in the Rajya Sabha earlier this month. Now, does this mass defection mark the beginning of Aam Admi Party's collapse as a national force? Can Kejriwal contain the damage before Punjab votes again? More than that, there are also other important questions as well. What was once projected as a disciplined anti-corruption force, Aam Admi Party, now looks fractured with defections, exposing bitter internal rivalries, the corruption scams that took place before Delhi elections in which the party lost. They've also raised doubts on Kejriwal's grip on the party. Remember, Swati Maliwal, one of the MPs who has quit now, had earlier accused the party of harassing her and in fact should accuse Kejriwal's own aide for assaulting her. So there are these concerns that exist, but there are also concerns around en masse defections too. What does this say about the BJP and the allegation that the party can do anything to get people on its side? So those are the questions we'll ask spokespersons of the parties. But first, let's take a look at what happened today.
इस आम आदमी पार्टी को मैंने अपने खून और पसीने से सींचा और अपनी जवानी के 15 साल दिए। वो आम आदमी पार्टी आज पूरी तरीके से अपने सिद्धांतों से, अपने मूल्यों से, अपने कोर मॉरल और वैल्यूज से भटक चुकी है। और अब ये पार्टी देश के लिए नहीं, देश के हित के लिए नहीं, बल्कि अपने पर्सनल फायदे के लिए काम कर रही है। आप में से कई लोग पिछले कुछ सालों से मुझे ये कह भी रहे थे और मैं पर्सनली पिछले कुछ सालों से ये महसूस कर रहा था that I am the right man in the wrong party. I repeat, I am the right man in the wrong party. इसलिए आज हम ये अनाउंस करते हैं, मैं ये अनाउंस करता हूं कि मैं आम आदमी पार्टी से दूर जा रहा हूं और जनता के पास जा रहा हूं।
मैंने अपने जीवन में नहीं सोचा था कि ये स्थिति आएगी, पर ये आई। 10 साल से इस पार्टी से मैं जुड़ा रहा और आज मैं आम आदमी पार्टी से अपने रास्ते अलग कर रहा हूं।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी नरेंद्र मोदी और अमित शाह का ऑपरेशन लोटस घटिया राजनीति का खेल और पंजाब के भगवंत मान सरकार के अच्छे कामों को रोकने का षड्यंत्र बड़े पैमाने पर शुरू हो गया है।
पार्टी ਵੱਡੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸੰਗਠਨ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਵੱਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਇਹ 6-7 ਜਾਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ, ਇਹ ਗਦਾਰ ਨੇ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਗਦਾਰ ਨੇ। ਬੈਠਿਆਂ ਬਿਠਾਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਦੀਆਂ ਮਿਲ ਗਈਆਂ, ਵੋਟਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੰਗਣੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਈਆਂ ਜੀ, ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜਨੇ ਪਏ, ਨਾ ਗਲੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਈ। ਬਸ ਬਣੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਇੱਕ ਸੀਟ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ, ਚਲੋ ਜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਾਜ ਸਭਾ 'ਚ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤਿਕੜਮਬਾਜ਼ੀਆਂ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ, ਯਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਲਓ। ਇਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਾਨ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਹੋਣਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਕੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਾ रंग ला के छड़ देंगे बस।
राघव चड्ढा के इस निर्णय का मैं स्वागत करता हूं, लेकिन जिसे आप बड़ा झटका कह रहे हैं उससे बड़े के लिए तैयार रहिए, क्योंकि पंजाब में आम आदमी पार्टी का विनाश तय है। जिस तरह से दिल्ली को लूटने का इन्होंने षड्यंत्र रचाया था, उसी तरह से पंजाब में कर रहे हैं। और पंजाब की जनता और पंजाब के नेता भी इस बात को समझ रहे हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल की पार्टी में सिर्फ व्यक्ति की पूजा चलती है। एक ही व्यक्ति के जूते भी चाटने, एक ही व्यक्ति के हाथ से जो आपको मिलेगा उसके रहमो करम पर रहना है। और जो आदमी थोड़ा सा भी समझदार होगा, जो आदमी पढ़ा लिखा होगा, जो देश या समाज के लिए कुछ करना चाहेगा, वो आम आदमी पार्टी में नहीं रह सकता।
आज आपने देखा होगा कि राज्यसभा के आम आदमी पार्टी के 2/3 एमपीज जो हैं वो आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़कर जा रहे हैं। जब उस संगठन का संगठन महामंत्री भी रुष्ट होकर और निराश होकर वहां से उसको छोड़कर जा रहा है, तो ये स्पष्ट हो गया है कि वो संगठन जर्जरा के भुरभुरा कर बिखर रहा है। ये क्षण उनके आत्मचिंतन का क्षण होना चाहिए। उन्हें एक बार अपने गरेबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए।
So several questions there, but a big political development just before Punjab elections. And remember, we are in the midst of election season now. A development like this raises several concerns. Piyush Joshi from the Aam Admi Party joins us now. We also have Charu Pragya of the BJP, and we have Avishkar Singhvi joining us. Thank you all of you for being part of this broadcast. To you, Charu, how many right people do you need in this party? Yeah, like, you know, it's what's going to happen to the existing ones? You know, if it's going to just be full of people from other parties.
Vasudha, good evening. We are the world's largest political party. The more the merrier. Everybody is welcome, and honestly, there's enough work to go around for everyone. BJP is not a party that rests, and the new entrants into the party will work the same way all other BJP karyakartas work, which is round the clock throughout the year. That being said, I welcome the 7 new members to my party, and I don't think this is something which would have surprised many people, because if you look at the way Swati Maliwal has been speaking against Arvind Kejriwal for a very long time, it started when she was assaulted in the former CM's own home, and no action was taken against the assaulter. In fact, he was shielded, protected. He's still flying around in private jets while their lady MP was treated so badly. I think this was just about time that something like this would have happened. And I can say the same for Raghav Chadha as well, because everyone, including you, I remember, has noted that Raghav Chadha has not spoken in favor of Arvind Kejriwal for really long. So much so that disciplinary action has been initiated against him. Even when Arvind Kejriwal was jailed, he was abroad. When he came out of jail, he didn't even bother to go and do that functionary meet. So I believe that, you know, this is a party where nobody wants to stick around. AAP has now become Akele Arvind party. And from the beginning, whether it is Arvind Kejriwal's mentor Anna Hazare ji or his old friends Kumar Vishwas ji, Kapil Mishra ji, till recently, whether it is Swati
But Charu,
Maliwal,
before I go to others, let me also ask you this question. What does this leave the party? Like, what kind of image does this, leave for the party when somebody like Ashok Mittal, who just recently faced a raid, is now seen joining the party? Now, that gives a lot of credence to this theory that the BJP is actually a washing machine. That's what, the TMC and other parties also claim.
I know, but Vasudha, isn't that such a convenient stand to take? Because there are 7 people. 7 people. Tell me what raid was conducted against Raghav Chadha, for example. Swati Maliwal has been speaking out against the party for a very long time. Harbhajan Singh also had no taint to his name in any manner whatsoever. So I'm sorry. Aam Admi Party is also flip-flopping on their statements about these 7 MPs. Some of them are calling them useless, not needed. BJP can have them because according to them, they're all irrelevant. Well, if they are irrelevant for you, you should be happy. It should be good riddance. I don't know why every single leader in your party has practically
Absolutely.
taken a press
Piyush Joshi,
conference
respond to that.
crying,
Also the fact that
crying out loud, saying that this is betraying the people of Punjab. Tell me, how is it betraying the people of Punjab if this is in fact serving the people of Punjab? Because everybody has called you corrupt openly. Raghav Chadha has said that those who are not corrupt cannot be friends with you. It's impossible to work with you. And you have continued corruption from Delhi to Punjab. वहाँ पर Sheesh Mahal Part 2 बन चुका है. Drug usage is rampant. Weapon usage is rampant. The kind of
Piyush Joshi, respond to that. You know, somebody like Raghav Chadha, who has been very vocal, and in fact, he's also been a critique of the BJP for a long time. Today, he's saying that the Aam Admi Party has completely, diluted principles on which it was founded, and it's taken a very different direction. It's all for personal gain now. There's nothing that's happening for national interest. Now, what steps will you take to, to sort of reassure people of Punjab that this is not the truth? Because so many people are quitting.
Well, only 7 Rajya Sabha member of parliaments have quit the party and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, which probably is indeed the washing machine of all sins. And why they are traitors to the people of Punjab? Because the people of Punjab have voted certain MLAs in power, and those MLAs happen to belong to the Aam Admi Party. Okay, and those MLAs, and in turn, as I'm sure Charu must be aware, have chosen the Rajya Sabha MPs. That's why they are traitors of Punjab. Because otherwise, how many seats does the BJP have in the state of Punjab, Charu? If you could kindly illuminate. Otherwise, you would have had those 7 MPs, right? In the Rajya Sabha from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Remember, don't write the obituary of Aam Admi Party. Every time the news channels, the medias, the print medias, the Bharatiya Janata Party started writing obituaries of Punjab, Aam Admi Party in Punjab, Delhi, Gujarat, and whichever state you choose to, the Aam Admi Party only has emerged stronger. Let me give you an example. We had 4 Lok Sabha MPs. 3 of them left. Only 1 remained, Bhagwant Singh Mann. And what is Bhagwant Singh Mann today? He's the Chief Minister of Punjab. What is he doing? Charu Pragya mentions about the rampant drug usage, which she conveniently forget during her own tenure when she was running the government with Shiromani Akali Dal. Now, Bhagwant Singh Mann, ask anyone in the state of Punjab and ask them how the rehab centers have been established, how the drug trade has been curtailed. Ask anyone about the 300 units of
I think that people will also respond to Yoshi, but
ask about
Avishkar, I'm also thinking what kind of people get Rajya Sabha seats, because a lot of them don't seem to be very ideologically aligned. But yes, somebody like a Sandeep Pathak that all of us really respect, for him to say that situation is such that he doesn't want to be part of the Aam Admi Party alone. Anymore. What does this say about the Aam Admi Party's pursuit of leaders who want to be Rajya Sabha MPs, and also Arvind Kejriwal's leadership? Avishkar?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please.
Yeah. So I thought, it was quite a surprise with 7 of the members in the Rajya Sabha quitting. Obviously, we did know about 1 or 2, who would have crossed over, but that would have been termed as defection. But now this would tantamount to merger legally, just laying it out. I think also the second issue would be as per the judgment of Shiv Sena, which is the most recent one that we've seen, which has invoked the 10th schedule, where the Honorable Supreme Court has categorically said that not just the legislative party but the political party also must merge. So that is the other criteria for merger. So let's wait and see how this plays out.
Is this merger legally tenable? What do you think?
So the merger, there are 2 conditions for merger. The first condition for merger is that it has to be 2/3 of the legislative party, which is in the parliament.
Yeah.
And then it also requires the merger of the political party. You cannot conflate the legislative and the political party. The other issue is, of course, now they may be, the people may move disqualification petitions, etc. But then it may not be decided. Ultimately, I see this landing up in courts. So I think it will be another long drawn legal battle. But however, it's unfortunate, I would say. Personally speaking, I think it was unfortunate both for the Aam Admi Party and as well as, people who repose faith in the leaders and the leaders themselves, because they've invested so much time to the Aam Admi Party. So I personally don't know what has evoked such a strong and harsh decision on their part. And it was a surprise for some of the members, crossing over. It was a surprise to me and to many. But of course, there is a long drawn sort of legal battle that I think is awaiting in the wings.
Okay, Charu, is this step one? Is there a bigger surprise that's awaiting us in terms of, is there more action that's expected from Punjab?
No, and the action from Punjab is going to be a Bharatiya Janata Party government in Punjab, that I assure you, Vasudha, because look at the way people of Delhi ousted Arvind Kejriwal. Today also his relevance in Delhi is zero. He moved himself bag and baggage to Punjab, trying to be Chief Minister Part 2 alongside Mr. Mann. And the way Punjab has been driven into the ground, I think people are terribly repenting bringing them to power. Also, let's take a look at the graph over the last couple of years. It started before the Lok Sabha elections. The kind of scams that were unearthed, especially from a man who would make tall claims about not needing a bungalow, not even needing a sarkari car, on to making a sheesh mahal for himself to live in, where crores and crores of money was spent on frivolous things, frankly, at a time when Delhi could have used that money in a better way. The liquor scam, which was basically a slap on the people of Delhi's faces, because that's not what you were elected for. You ran these scams and corruptions in every single department. You didn't put your name or your signature on any file. Delhi Jal Board, the water situation, the traffic situation, the pollution situation, everything was destroyed in Delhi. And then, have you seen him in Delhi since then? He left Delhi as if it didn't even matter. So I'm sorry. Delhi's
That's an important point, and these points are also valid because people eventually, ousted the Aam Admi Party government, right? So is the party even prepared to admit certain mistakes that it could have made, which seem to have really driven the leaders away? Because these are not, these are not unimportant leaders, right? They have held very important responsibilities in your party, so they clearly are capable of doing things that political parties want.
Well, nobody is saying that they were unimportant leaders, but what we are saying that they have been traitors. And we have every right to say so. And let me tell you why. Because Charu Pragya, we have been debating on n number of channels over 2 to 3 years over so-called alleged liquor scam and Jal Board scam and whatnot. They have not been able to prove a single penny of corruption.
But people have voted out the government, right?
So some way, only 2%, ma'am. Vasudha, hold on. Vasudha, only 2% is the difference between Aam Admi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party, and that too because the voter list was manipulated. In Arvind Kejriwal's own constituency, 44,000 votes were cut. It is on paper, and we did submit our objections to the Election Commission, and we received basically all those objections were thrown in a dustbin in the Election Commissions of India's office. We can discuss on different reasons why we lost elections, till the cows come home. But the fact of the matter remains that it is a deliberate attempt at the right time. So the time is ripe for Operation Lotus, right? Isn't it? Because Punjab elections are...
Can I make a quick comment, please?
Time was ripe in Madhya Pradesh when Scindia shifted.
Can I make a quick comment?
No, what he has done is... he has done a, Vijay Sai Reddy on the BJP. Yes, Charu, just respond and then I'll take the last comment from...
One last point. And then
right. So Piyush ji...
Charu, let him finish, I'm coming.
Charu, just one last point and then you can respond,
I'm waiting.
This is a direct...
I'm waiting.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a direct assault on the cooperative federal structure of India. So rather than questioning Kejriwal, I think we should question Nitin Nabin and we should question the Home Minister of India.
But it's also probably time for the Aam Admi Party to introspect on the kind of leadership abilities that
the process of introspection,
right?
The process, so Vasudha, the process of introspection is a continuous ongoing process. We introspect day in and day out. Sometimes, majority of the times we get it right. Sometimes we can get it wrong.
Okay.
So that's fine. We'll
Charu
move on.
Pragya.
But just to start writing obituary so early on in the day, we will rise back again like Phoenix. Don't worry, and we will show you the.
Yeah, Charu, finish your point. Charu, I'm only concerned with so many people coming into the party. What's going to happen to a lot of youngsters like you? I'm just concerned about that. So many people in your party now.
So, Vasudha, here's the thing about Aam Admi Party, and my friend Piyush will do well to remember its history. every single person who was associated with this party, which used this party to get to a certain height in political life, eventually chose to leave. And their reasons were usually always the same, that getting along with Arvind Kejriwal is close to impossible. He is pretty much self-obsessed, and what he says does not align with what he does. And we have seen that time and time again. And that is why I quoted his statement on Gadi and Bangla and linked it back to the Sheesh Mahal. So out of concern for you, Piyush ji, like so many others of Kejriwal ji's sathis who have left, maybe you should also start keeping your ear closer to the ground where your party is concerned.
Avishkar,
Nobody has stuck around.
Avishkar, just for the benefit of our viewers, explain to us what can happen next.
I find
Avishkar.
this to have double standards.
The head of the Rajya Sabha is the vice president, and the
Avishkar, I'm
vice
really sorry to
president
interrupt you. There's a piece of breaking news connected to this story. Sanjay Singh, Aam Admi Party MP, has said that he will write a letter to the Rajya Sabha Speaker to disqualify Raghav Chadha, Ashok Mittal and Sandeep Pathak. Now, these are the MPs, remember, who joined the BJP today evening after saying that they are unhappy with the Aam Admi Party. In the Rajya Sabha, party leader Sanjay Singh has stated that since the three MPs have joined the BJP, their membership should be disqualified. This was expected. Avishkar, this was something that you sort of predicted would happen. What does this mean, and where do things stand now?
So the disqualification, once after writing a letter, they would have to formally make a disqualification petition, and thereafter it will be decided in a time-bound manner by the head of the Rajya Sabha, and then thereafter the decision would be challenged in court. So it is not such and at every stage there would be requirement for an interim order or some sort of interim relief to either side to be able to continue the status quo. So I do feel that these decisions are more fought on the numbers and the moral power than anything else. That's what we have seen in the past with NCP, with Shiv Sena, in the Kyoto Holohan case, etc. And I don't know how much of legal interdiction will work in this scenario.
Right. Thank you all of you for being part of this broadcast. This clearly is a story that goes beyond parliamentary seats, especially in the Rajya Sabha. This is a political story with implications on what is going to happen, not just in Punjab and also in Gujarat. And more importantly, how does this, in fact, have ramifications on the politics of the Aam Admi Party, a young party that came up with so much promise and today is probably facing one of its worst crises. Moving on to the other political story today, during the hearing of the West Bengal SIR matter, the Supreme Court today voiced appreciation for the 92% voter turnout and the lack of violent incidents in the state's assembly elections. In West Bengal's assembly elections, phase 1 elections that took place yesterday, polling in the first phase of the West Bengal assembly elections, in fact, set a new record of 92% voting, more than 10 percentage points higher than the 2021 turnout. Now, this reflects not just deletion of dead and duplicate voters from the rolls during the SIR exercise, it also brings down the overall base and enhances the percentage points, but it also points to robust voting by those who had cleared the SIR test. Now, the ruling TMC and the challenger BJP have interpreted this data, this record turnout, in ways that would suit them, their own narratives. One has said that this is a mandate for the incumbent, and the other has said that this is a vote for anti-incumbency. And this has, of course, only amplified the campaign rhetoric. Remember that phase 2 of elections is going to take place on the 29th of April. 152 seats of West Bengal, including those in Kolkata, will be voting on the 29th of April. In fact, Mamata Banerjee said today that she will dismantle the BJP in the centre by bringing together all opposition parties, to which Amit Shah, the Home Minister, responded saying that there will be nothing left for the Chief Minister of Bengal to do once she loses in Bengal. Meanwhile, my colleague Manogya Loiwal spoke exclusively to the Home Minister today during his campaign, and this is what he said.
देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह इस समय उत्तर 24 परगना में धुआंधार प्रचार कर रहे हैं। एक और अर्जुन सिंह, दूसरी ओर डॉक्टर राजेश, जो पूर्व IPS अधिकारी हैं, इस बार चुनाव के मैदान में हैं। ये जिला बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण है। गृह मंत्री जी, आज की ये भीड़ देखकर क्या कहेंगे आप?
देखिए, मुझे तो पहले चरण से भी बड़ी लहर दूसरे चरण में दिखाई पड़ती है। मैं आज 3 कार्यक्रम कर आया। दोनों सभाओं में पेंडोल छोटा पड़ता था। चिलचिलाती धूप में लोग यहाँ बाहर खड़े थे। हजारों की संख्या में हुजूम खड़ा है। ये जन समर्थन एक प्रचंड झूठ का परिचायक है और यहाँ बड़े बहुमत के साथ भाजपा सरकार बनी।
ये अभिवादन आप कैसे देखते हैं? लोगों का घर से निकलना, क्या इस समय बंगाल में डर की कमी हो रही है?
ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का स्वागत भी है और ममता के खिलाफ घृणा भी है।
जब आप इस समय ये भीड़ देख रहे हैं, इसे उत्तर 24 परगना में टीएमसी का गढ़ माना जाता रहा है। इस बार अगले चरण को कैसे देखते हैं जीत को?
आपका कैमरामैन को कहिए ये भीड़ दिखाए, ये भीड़ देखिए, कोई टीएमसी का गढ़ होने का सवाल ही नहीं।
जब अब महिलाओं के वोट की बात हो रही है, महिलाओं पर कितना भरोसा है उनके समर्थन का इस बार?
सारा हुजूम माताओं बहनों से भरा हुआ है। महिला अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए भी चिंतित है और यहाँ की जूट मिलें जो बंद हुई हैं, इसके कारण भी चिंतित है।
आपको भी इतना पसीना आ रहा है इतनी गर्मी में जो भीड़ खड़ी है, ये क्या बता रही है जब हम बात कर रहे हैं समर्थन की? तो गृह मंत्री अमित शाह देख रहे हैं लगातार भीड़ पर आश्वासन बताते हुए और नारेबाजी के साथ इस जीत का उन्माद करते हुए। कैमरा पर्सन सूरज पांडे के साथ मनोज्ञा लोहिवाल। देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह इस समय उत्तर 24 परगना में धुआंधार प्रचार कर रहे हैं। एक और अर्जुन सिंह, दूसरी ओर डॉक्टर राजेश जो पूर्व आईपीएस अधिकारी हैं, इस बार चुनाव के मैदान में हैं। ये जिला बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण है। गृह मंत्री जी, आज की ये भीड़ देखकर क्या कहेंगे आप?
देखिए, मुझे तो पहले चरण से भी बड़ी लहर दूसरे चरण में दिखाई पड़ती है। मैं आज 3 कार्यक्रम कर आया। दोनों सभाओं में पेंडोल छोटा पड़ता था। चिलचिलाती धूप में लोग यहाँ बाहर खड़े थे। हजारों की संख्या में हुजूम खड़ा है। ये जन समर्थन एक प्रचंड झूठ का परिचायक है और यहाँ बड़े बहुमत के साथ भाजपा सरकार बनी।
ये अभिवादन आप कैसे देखते हैं? लोगों का घर से निकलना, क्या इस समय बंगाल में डर की कमी हो रही है?
ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का स्वागत भी है और ममता के खिलाफ घृणा भी है।
जब आप इस समय ये भीड़ देख रहे हैं, इसे उत्तर 24 परगना में टीएमसी का गढ़ माना जाता रहा है। इस बार अगले चरण को कैसे देखते हैं जीत को?
आपका कैमरामैन को कहिए ये भीड़ दिखाए, ये भीड़ देखिए, कोई टीएमसी का गढ़ होने का सवाल ही नहीं।
जब अब महिलाओं के वोट की बात हो रही है, महिलाओं पर कितना भरोसा है उनके समर्थन का इस बार?
सारा हुजूम माताओं बहनों से भरा हुआ है। महिला अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए भी चिंतित है और यहाँ की जूट मिलें जो बंद हुई हैं, इसके कारण भी चिंतित है।
आपको भी इतना पसीना आ रहा है इतनी गर्मी में जो भीड़ खड़ी है, ये क्या बता रही है जब हम बात कर रहे हैं समर्थन की? तो गृह मंत्री अमित शाह देख रहे हैं लगातार भीड़ पर आश्वासन बताते हुए और नारेबाजी के साथ इस जीत का उन्माद करते हुए। कैमरा पर्सन सूरज पांडे के साथ मनोज्ञा लोहिवाल।
Jayanta Ghoshal, consulting editor, NDTV, joins us now. We also have Jay Mruk, who's a psephologist. Thank you both of you for being part of this broadcast. Jay Mruk, I'll start with you. Everybody has been advising us caution when we read into these numbers, polling percentages. Explain to us the arithmetic of it and also the impact of the SIR exercise.
Vasudha, unfortunately, I cannot...
Jayanta, I'll just come to you in a bit. Jay Mruk. Jayanta, I'll just come to you in a bit. Yeah. Jay Mruk.
Now, see, there is something very interesting. Let's put a very simple math before our viewers, right? Now, what was reduced in the SIR exercise was approximately 11.6% of the voters, right? Which effectively means I should get the same number of voters, okay, turning out at my booths if my voting percentage, that is my polling percentage, goes up by 8 or 9. I'll give a very simple math for our viewers, not to make it very complicated. 11% reduced is effectively 1 in 9 voters reduced. So it technically means that if my jump in voters is 1 in 9, right? So it's like if it goes from 82 to 91, right? Then it should not mean something so much out of the place, right? So that's the first thing we need to tell our viewers, that a 93% jump from last time's 83 is more or less in order given the cut in SIR. Now, the second question which we should come to after that is that What does this mean, therefore, in terms of the intensity of the contest? Okay. Therefore, it means that if this is more or less the same lay of the land as last time, just that the cut-in SIR voters has brought the numbers up, then if the game is going to change, it's going to change purely because of anti-incumbency or some excess mobilization by one of the two parties.
Right.
Right? So I think that is the only open question we are attending to today, technically.
Right. Jayantu, the political impact of it, because, Murshidabad is very interesting. When we look at Murshidabad's overall voter turnout percentages, it's around 93.55. But there are also assembly constituencies which recorded maximum deletions, and they have recorded even more than 95%. Now, the procedural impact aside, what do you think is going to be the political significance of something like this, especially when it comes to Murshidabad, Malda areas?
Masuda, unfortunately, I am independent journalist, and unfortunately, because this is not the trend, so I cannot take any either or position.
Yes.
And I am telling you, in spite of this BJP's, this aggressive approach, which was not, I have not seen in last election in 2021. This time, BJP's campaign and Mr. Amit Shah's plan of action, it's it's appreciable. But I don't underestimate Mamata Banerjee's counter strategy. And what you are saying in Murshidabad and this Malda, this Muslim dominated areas, I don't know how many Muslims voters are exactly deleted in the list. I don't know, and I don't think that Muslim vote is going to be splitted this time.
Right.
This is my ground zero political analysis. I am subject to correction.
Right.
But I don't think that Muslims are going to give vote to BJP en bloc for a change of Bengal.
Absolutely.
If it happens, anything is possible in politics. But still today, I am not convinced on that theory that Muslims are voting for BJP.
Okay. Jayantu, the political, I also want to make this observation very clear that, the political rhetoric seems to be very vitriolic this time because both Mamata Banerjee and Amit Shah have been lashing out at each other. Bhai seems to be the code word of the BJP, while Mamata Banerjee is really focusing on welfare, Lakshmi Bhandar. So clearly it's a confusing state, but at the same time, the campaign is extremely vitriolic this time.
You are asking me?
Yes, sir.
No, actually it is true. But I have to say that election result has not been announced yet. So I have to be careful because if I say that BJP already won the election, it can be a major strategy of BJP because the second phase of the election, it is mostly TMC dominated areas. Although we are saying it's a north and south division in the schedule, but actually it is not. In the first phase, Nandigram was also there, Midnapur was there. So South Bengal, North Bengal mixed, but the dominating states are, the North Bengal areas. But now the second phase, it's a Mamata's Garh. And Amit Shah, the Home Minister of the country, he is here for coming few days. Prime Minister, he is, highly omnipresent in Bengal now. He's going to Belur Math, he's on the Ganges. And so this projection is that this is a very good strategy of BJP before the election, that impetus we have got, this percentage of vote is an anti-incumbency vote. Although psephologists are still giving the two school of thoughts that if the base is less, and the voters are intensified. And this star campaigner of BJP is Modi and Amit Shah. But the BJP's counter campaign of the TMC is Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee.
Right.
That we are the insiders, we will be here. So that Bengali identity will go to BJP or not, that has to be seen. Amit Shah is trying for this, and that's why today he has said that Chief Minister will be a Bengali medium student who studied. And
absolutely. Let me ask this question to Jayamrukh. The fact that, we saw a lot of areas with Hindi-speaking constituencies like Durgapur and all go to vote in the first phase. You had the whole of North Bengal with Rajbanshi vote, also Kuch Bihar voting then. The second phase, how difficult or challenging is it going to be for the BJP? Because Jayantudha also clarified how it's the stronghold of the TMC.
Yeah. Now, the second phase, the BJP led last time in 2021 in 18 out of these 142 seats. So clearly there is a challenge. Now, what may look a little bit of, may give some bit of optimism to the BJPs, that in all these second phase seats, where in the 2021 election, the margins were huge, like 24%, 25%, in the 2024 assembly polls, while the TMC continued leading, the margins shrunk to 10%, 11%, say in many of the greater Kolkata seats. So that's the hope, along with the possible Sir deletion, that the BJP is looking forward to the second phase.
Absolutely.
So I would say
that's probably the reason why BJP is also focusing on Bhabanipur this time, because clearly, like you said, the margins have slipped, and probably the demography of the city is also something that the BJP is hoping will work to its advantage. Thank you, Jayantudha, and thank you, Jaimruk, for joining us with those very important insights. Like both of them said, the actual battleground is Kolkata, and Kolkata votes on the 29th of April. With that, it's time for a short break. On the other side of the break, we have voices from Tamil Nadu to talk about the historic 85% voter turnout that's been recorded in the state. Is it new? Is it extraordinary, unprecedented, or just par for the course?
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे, जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे, हर सॉलिड इसकी फील है, जिंदल साथी सील है, दोस्त की स्टेनलेस स्टील है, क्वालिटी में दम है साथी रे, बिजनेस करेगा ग्रो साथी रे, टाइमलेस इसका लुक है साथी रे, और जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे।
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
शिक्षा और अनुसंधान।
Will the rising sun win with a hand in hand? Will the two leaves and lotus bloom? Who will whistle to success in Tamil Nadu? To understand the Tamil Nadu twist, join me in the midst of our politics and people. Vanakkam Tamil Nadu. Here we come.
India's unshakable news habit. NDTV.com is India's #1 English news website.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
TMC जावे, BJP आसपे।
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে।
Battleground Bengal.
Welcome back. Tamil Nadu's historic 85% voter turnout has transformed the political equation, with nearly 4.88 crore votes that have been cast. 24 lakh more than 2021, concentrated in the northern and western belts. This surge translates to about 14,000 additional votes per seat is what we understand from experts, and that's across 170 constituencies. It could also suggest a highly energized voter population that could also disrupt traditional strongholds. But the big question here is, does this unprecedented participation reflect a silent wave for somebody for change, or will it consolidate existing power structures in the state? Joining me now is Narayan Lakshman of The Hindu, senior journalist, and my co-anchor, TM Veera Raghav. Thank you both of you for being part of this broadcast. Veera, are we reading too much into this, considering that the SIR exercise has taken place here, but every party from the DMK to the AIDMK to the TVK say that this is in their favor?
Two parts to this, Vasudha. 85% may seem historic, but if you look at just the quantum of the jump, it's not as historic. 24 lakh more votes. When you extrapolate that to the constituencies, you will get around 10,000 odd votes. Remember, in 2016, for instance, if you compare with 2011, over 60 lakh votes were polled. More votes were polled. In 2021, in comparison with 2016, around 25 odd lakh extra votes, more votes were polled. So the quantum of jump in terms of actual numbers is not really historic. It's normal, par for the course. But the percentage is historic because of the fact that the electoral roll shrank. But I think I've just written a piece as well, which we'll publish. But I think the real story is in the detail. If you look at this, it's fascinating. There's been a huge voter turnout in Western Tamil Nadu. For instance, districts like Karur, Salem, Erode, Namakkal, not Namakkal, Dharmapuri are registering over 90% turnout. But there's been a real low turnout in southern districts, under 80% in Ramanathapuram, Shivaganga, Theni, places like that. So it's very interesting. And I think the larger picture is that this is going to be a battle that's going to be won or lost in Western and Northern Tamil Nadu.
Right. Narayan Lakshman, could it also be because, in the western part, we also had leaders like Senthil Balaji mobilizing voters. We know what kind of a political activist he is. And then you also have Edappadi Palanichami out there trying to prove a point, not just to the BJP, but to the entire, political, class of Tamil Nadu. Do you think that the higher turnout historically could favor challengers like TVK, or do you think that it only reinforces the chances of incumbents like the DMK or the local incumbent like the AIDMK?
Look, Vasa, I think it's an interesting question, and Veera's point is right that we should be careful about reading into the increased turnout. We certainly acknowledge it happened, but at the same time, it could mean different things in different parts of the state. So as Veera said, in the west and in the southern parts, there was maybe a little bit of a surge, or rather in the west, there was a surge. In some of the southern districts, there wasn't. But does an actor like Vijay, for example, have the same gung-ho attitude that he creates among his supporters in Chennai that he does in a poor district like Dharmapuri? Is that possible at all? Or are you looking at equally aggressive campaign that has been carried out by the Dravidian majors, by the PMK to a certain extent, notwithstanding the split they've had between father and son? And just a traditional mobilization. I just want to remind all your viewers that Tamil Nadu as a state shows remarkable political acuity and energy in addressing its responsibility of voting time. So I think we should be careful, and I think we should pay attention instead to which party is pushing which agenda across the state. So for example, if it is the DMK's traditional redistributive policies, they have gone into fourth gear in the last several months, and it's been highly visible. It's across media, and it's also the leaders going to the people on the streets. Similarly, if you look at the TVK, they have concentrated their social media firepower in urban centers, and we should not underestimate the turnout that's going to happen. But does this turnout, given the first past the post system, actually translate into number of seats? It will impact vote share, but will it translate into number of seats? So we as media and observers should really dig deeper before we make conclusions.
Absolutely, this is a very valid point. Veera, when Vijay's campaign was speaking, there was a sense that previously disengaged voters could also be voting this time. Did you see that happening? Do the numbers really reflect that?
No, we don't. We still don't have a breakup of under 40, over 40 from the Election Commission. You only have a women voter turnout and you have the district-wise breakup. And as Narayan says, and I think it's been said repeatedly in every election from, the last 3 decades, etc., when psephology picks up in Tamil Nadu, in India, that it's the most foolish thing to predict a result on the basis of voter turnout. It could be anything at the end of the day. But I think there's one decisive trend, Vasudha, and I'm picking this up from booth agents from the DMK and AIDMK, that the TVK was not just a fan club. They had booth agents who stood their ground in booths. And I think this needs to be taken very seriously, because so far there was a sense that the TVK didn't have organization structure. But I've spoken to multiple booth agents who said the TVK booth agents stuck through the day, demanded videography, and they also, some of them point out that the last minute surge that you usually see, which is attributed to some kind of manipulation by stronger booth agents, did not happen this time. Now, we'll know when the results come out. As Narayan says, I think one should look at the vote shares more importantly than the seats. We don't know in a first-past-post system. Often the seats don't tell the story of an election. All that we speak will possibly be reflected in vote shares.
Okay, Narayan Lakshman, last question to you. Closing remark. Do you see this as a Chennai boy? Do you think that this is an election that can transform the future of Tamil Nadu?
Absolutely, Vasudha. And I think the reasons for that run really deep. And in fact, I wrote a paper recently as well on this subject, which is that the Dravidian movement itself has moved into a new phase, which I call performative Dravidianism. Earlier, it was personality Dravidianism, and now it's performative. And the reason is, whether you're talking about someone with a proper mandate that a party has backed, like Stalin and the DMK, or whether you're talking about Edappadi Palaniswamy, who had a far more fractious sort of trial by fire, performance is what is determining whether they stay in power or not, whether they come back or not. And the youth, further, let's not forget, are a little bit more stepped back or cut off from the traditional Dravidian values that their parents' generation had. And so they will be thinking very differently, whether it's about Vijay or his promises or his potential to transform the state.
Absolutely.
So nothing can be taken for granted. A lot more is up for grabs. And that
learnings for all of us, Narayan Lakshman. Thank you so much. And thank you, Veera, for joining us. Clearly, this is an election that has taught us a lot in terms of just understanding how campaigns also need to change. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
From the heart of a hot and humid Kolkata, in the midst of a frenzied West Bengal election.
It's been another fascinating journey of India, my 34th election trip that I have done of this great country.
Watch Walk the Talk with ace investor, strategist and author Ruchir Sharma on NDTV.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे हर डोली